All right, so here's my current solution for what I do with my squeegees. I just make a pile of them out in the corner and try to keep them out of the way. So what I've done is I've built a little squeegee rack. Cost me virtually nothing, and the dowels I already had from a previous project. So I think maybe you could probably do this thing for 10 bucks if you have a little bit of lumber laying around. So I'll walk you through that really quick and really simple. Hopefully you'll enjoy it.
All right, here's my finished product, the squeegee holder that I just threw together. Pretty simple, really cheap. If you have to buy anything, it's probably going to cost you about $10 max. Hope you enjoy it and show you how this is done.
Okay, so this is just a Craig drill guide. I'll put the link to this in the description, just like I always do. But this is just going to be my guide for drilling the holes straight. And what I've done is I've made a little 25-degree wedge, and I'm going to tape this together so that when I put this on, it'll give a little angle to the squeegee holder. So I'm going to tape that together, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so just really simply, I've taped these together. Just have my 1/2-inch drill bit, and that's just going to give a little angle. So when I put that on my 2x2, the squeegee holder will have just a little bit. We'll just have a little bit of an angle to it so that the squeegees can sit on top, so upside down like this. So that it has a little bit of an angle, and you'll see what that looks like when I put it all together. Okay, so I drilled my first hole, all right, so basically I just used this little wedge to make sure that it has a little bit of an angle in it, and then I slipped this back over the dowel after putting the dowel in. And what I've done is I don't know if you can see the marks, but I've just made a little mark where this wedge starts so that I know where my spacing is going to be. So on my next one, after I've done this hole, I'm just going to mark again where the little space is. So I've just gone down and I've just marked every 3 inches. For me it was 3 inches, so just gone down and marked every 3 inches. So I'm gonna just keep moving my wedge to the next one. So put the wedge at the beginning, drill my hole, and then just keep moving it down and drill all my holes. So when I first get this started, I just really want to just go very slow, barely touching the wood, get my hole started, and then I'm going to just drill it in. This little drill guide is something I just had inherited from my toolkit. This is a little metal sheathing, so I can't imagine it's great for your drill bits, but I think just doing whatever it takes, 15, 20 holes, probably not that big of a deal. So this has worked out really well for me. I'm sure you could just freehand the angle with your drill bit, just make it at a little bit of an angle so that the squeegees will sit down in it, but I just thought using this little angle would make it easier to keep it kind of consistent. So now I've just cut a little, I don't know what it is, a 2 by 3/4 inch piece of wood that I'm going to use to hold them together. I made it about the same length as my smallest squeegee, just so that my smallest squeegee will sit in there. So I'm just going to screw that in the back and go from there. These are just some 1.5 inch deck screws that I'm just going to use to screw in the little cross bracing. I'm also going to pre-drill these holes just so that I don't split this pretty thin piece of wood for the backing. So I'm going to pre-drill this. All right, so now that I've got them kind of even, I'm just gonna even these up, and then I'm gonna put a second screw in. All right, so there's my basic structure. I'm gonna stick the pegs in and then I'll go from there. All right, so if you can see, it's a little wonky. They're not perfectly straight. I'm sure there's a way I could have made sure that they were perfectly straight, but again, this is functioning, just trying to be functional. I don't really care what it looks like as long as it's not a total monstrosity. A little bit funky, it'll probably bug me when I look at it, but overall it's gonna do the job that it's supposed to do. And I'm gonna hang this thing up and show you what it looks like.
So here's my simple squeegee holder. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you can get some use out of it, and thanks for watching.